Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sean back here again. Thank you for coming and being with us here for another show. I got a special guest today, somebody in the loan industry. So pay attention. I've got Miss Kedra Mack with the Mack's Mortgage Team. How you doing, Kedra?
Hey, how are you, Sean?
I'm good. Thanks for
That's
being on the
good.
show.
Thanks for having
We're
me.
in the holiday season recording this, so if anyone's watching, we're the end of the year is winding down. A lot of people are actually what I call in cruise control, not even thinking about things. They're just worried about Santa Claus and New Year's.
Right.
But this lady over here, Miss Kedra, her team is just working all day long because people need houses, and before we got on this call, we were talking about it together that, it doesn't matter what month or holidays, business as usual, right? You're probably doing more than you typically do. So, Keita, what I
Yep.
want you to do, because I want to bring you on this, we like to bring have a business spotlight every week, and we want you to, of course, introduce yourself and just kind of tell the people what you do is with your loan services and where you're located as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean. Thanks for having me on again. I appreciate you. So yeah, I'm a loan officer, of course, and I have a small team, but we pack a mighty punch. Of course, we do tons of business, thank God. But actually, like I tell all my realtors a lot of times, I have a little unique advantage,
Hmm.
whereas I was a realtor for a lot of years initially. Sean, you know that.
I remember
And
that.
then a few years ago, I came over on the loan side. So I always say my senses are so heightened, they almost are too heightened because I'm always thinking about all sides, right? Like what everybody needs, what they're doing. So um, even though it can be daunting, it's what makes me a great loan officer, in my opinion. So we do everything from, I mean, literally everything. I always say it's hard for me to have to decline a loan, to be honest.
Right.
But and like you said, we're working nonstop. That working is an understatement. All day
Yeah.
is an understatement. We're working all the time. So yeah, I've been doing this a long time, about almost 20
How
years,
long?
in
20
the industry.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the real estate industry.
Yeah. Some of our followers remember that I was in the industry for
Yep,
8 years, and that's how you and I met. Was
yep,
about 7 years ago. I was on a
yep.
a big loan officer
Team.
team, and
Yep,
I think you were working subdivision, right, as an agent
yep.
on the south
hmm
side, maybe. So where are you
No, no, no,
located?
no. I wasn't on the south side. I'm up from north in Gwinnett.
Gwinnett. That's where you're at now, too, right?
Yeah, that's all. I've always
Okay.
been.
Okay. What
hmm
area? In Gwinnett,
So
Buford.
yeah, yep, yep. Right.
Nice.
I'm Decula, but it's Buford. I live 6 minutes from all of Georgia.
Okay, very good.
hmm
And I remember, like you said, working all the time when I was in the industry for 8 years. I remember it nonstop. As soon as I wake up, hit the emails, and then even falling asleep at night.
I'm telling you,
Sometimes doing emails. It's that intense.
it is.
Um, so one of the reasons too that you're on the call is that we want to talk just a little bit about the lead dragon side. You came to us about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And just like most loan officers, because you have so many things going on, you've got great tools. Your underwriting tools,
Yep.
some of your CRMs, but in today's business, a lot of companies, even big companies like you work with,
Sure.
there's sometimes they're missing that one little piece that could be game changer.
I
And
agree.
I think when you first came to us, you guys were using all your other tools, but I think you're piecing together spreadsheets, Google
Yeah.
Docs,
Yeah.
all of those things. So
Everything you could think of.
yeah, so tell me a little bit about that. Like when you first came to us, obviously you needed help.
Right.
We presented to you Lead Dragon. You guys started using it. How quickly did you guys start really utilizing all the features in there?
Sure, sure. So as you stated, Sean, we were all over the place, for lack of better words. We had all of our tools, great tools, but like you said, and see, you have a unique advantage in this interview where you've been a loan officer. You understand our plight. You know, where you do a ton of business, and I like the word you used earlier, by the way, intent. I tell people that all the time. On the real estate side, when I was a realtor, I worked my tail off as well. And I know great, amazing realtors that do the same. So it's a lot of work, both sides. But I think the difference is this side is just intense. So, with that and keeping that word in mind, you need tools. You need something that's going to, just really help automate things in a way. And that's what the Lead Dragon system, you introduced that to me. And I mean, it's been amazing. My team, we work out of Lead Dragon. You can really just do so much out of it. It helped us. Do you want me to go into that right now, or because
Sure. Yeah.
I'll just start talking because I'm excited
Let 'em-
about it. I
yeah.
told you how many times have I text you that I love it and thank you.
All the time. We appreciate that.
Exactly, exactly. So we love the automation of it. I love so many things about Lead Dragon, no joke. But some of the main things are the automation, where everything really is in one. Like I say, we work out of our system, our Lead Dragon system, and when in this industry, I'm constantly having to update people. My agents. You're updating the borrowers. You're updating the sellers. You're updating everybody, literally, and also reaching out to underwriters and my account executives, everybody, anybody you can think of. And so we need tools that we aren't having to just go in individually constantly doing the same, that just it takes up so much of your time and your day. So the Lead
Yeah.
Dragon, the automation, you helped me think of like the Google reviews. So I've done a ton of business, if you will, on both sides and everything. And but I wasn't really doing the Google reviews. And Lead Dragon took me to another level with that, where as I just, it allows you to create a Google review. I mean, like create the template
Yeah.
or just send
The
it out
link. Yeah.
automatically. The link, thank you. And it was so crazy because I hadn't even gone back in a third time. We only did it twice, like within a couple days. And we had, I want to say 30, 40 reviews
Hmm.
just in a couple of days. Like it was insane. Because
I
people
remember
really,
that.
yeah, because for sending that link out, the way you guys, have it, prepped, the people respond to it. They'll go ahead and take a few moments to fill it out. So it was really a game changer for me.
Yeah,
Um,
and that's what I remember. Now that I remember back, within that first month, that was probably one of the first things that you guys utilized right out of the gate. Because I told you,
we
it's like,
did.
look, you're doing a lot of good things, Kedra, but Google reviews is what can get you hopefully to that first page one day when somebody's trying to look for a mortgage.
I agree.
So having a texting system that you or any member of your team all in one place can go in there and send them a quick text with the link to the Google reviews, that increases, people, the participation quick. Because
Me too.
I remember when I was a loan officer, and I've told you this story probably 2 or 3 times, and I've told it to some of our followers. When I was a loan officer, I dreamed of having a machine one day, which is Lead Dragon,
Yep.
because leads didn't even matter. I mean, you can go to any agency. I mean, we're an agency as well. I can get you as many leads as you want, but
Right.
leads doesn't
That's true.
matter. It's the follow up, the nurture
Yep.
process, and the conversion, at the end. So when I was a loan officer, that was my dream, is like, you know what? I'm having to call on all of the real estate agents. We back in the day, they're like, call 200 agents every Monday and Friday or whatever. And over time, I was like, I ain't doing that. There's got to be a better way. So just how it evolved for me is that back when I was a loan officer, I found a website to where I could do voicemail drops.
Hmm.
And that way, instead of me trying to chase you and anybody else on the phone and say, hey, I'm the best and you need to use me as a loan officer, I would send out voicemail drops to
Right.
20 or 30 agents at a time with, the quick message on, hey, we've got a 0% program right now, whatever. That way I put the power back in my hands. Now, if they're interested, they'll call me. So now I didn't have to call all those 20, 30 agents. You or whoever could call me and then, okay, yeah, I can help you. I'll be out there. So
And that's
that,
kind of what I wanted to say too, Sean. I was going
mhm,
to say, I mentioned the automation and the Google reviews, but honestly, so all that's great. And it just took you, like you said, having it on the front page or getting it close as possible. That's great. But what really what we love, I guess we love, I told you in the beginning, I'm not joking, we love so many
Yeah.
things. Just because, if you're doing any type of real business, or and you're at certain
Yeah.
level, you have to have these tools. You have to have tools, or like you just said, um, it's no way to keep up with. And you can get leads all day, you're just going to lose them, and they're just going to badmouth you if you cannot keep up with them. If you cannot,
That
keep
is
attention.
right.
So what I love is the voice drops, and you just took it out. I was going to say it when you start talking initially, but I didn't want to cut you off. The voice drops have been amazing. I actually we I so we like to update people. We have to tell them, different programs we're running. Anytime I get, like, when the FHA, the new guidelines came out as far as the county loan limits, and
Mhm.
then a few months before that, conventional, they raised their loan limits. I
Yep.
actually did a voice drop. It was right after I started with you. I did a voice drop on that to my agents. So that was amazing, because and they called me like crazy, Sean. They were like, "Wait, what's this?" I don't remember how many pieces of business, but I
Mhm.
got several just because of the drops, when they said, "Oh
Just
wait,
because that
that's
one.
what they needed that." So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
vital for your business to have
And,
a system
and
like this.
anybody that's watching this and listening, what she's talking about is a voicemail drop. So I'll just make it as simple as I can here. Is that it's most of the time I teach people to make it just organic, or should I say generic
Right.
voicemail. You don't say anybody's name, but in Kedra's case, she basically said, "Hey, I just wanted to update you. They just updated the limits on FHA conventional,
Right.
and call me back if you need any help." Well, you recorded that one time, you put it in your system, you dropped it out to ever how many agents you got, and you probably got a ton of agents.
Yeah.
And the beauty of that, just like it was for me when I was a loan officer, you didn't have to call all of them.
That's right. That's right.
You just did it one time, and
That's
then
right.
like you said, you got business because of it. So just that feature alone has already
It's
made
amazing.
you money, a game changer. So
Yeah.
between, for you as a loan officer, voicemail drops are valuable. The Google link request,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you get it nowadays. It's like 98% open rates on text versus emails. Emails still work, and you got to send them, especially in your industry, because that's
Right.
how a lot of the communication goes on. But like, I can't remember how many's on your team, but every member of your team can be in one dashboard, and all
Yes.
of you can communicate out of one dashboard to your clients, your agents,
Right.
and you all can see it at the same time.
Yeah.
So if you do something this morning on there, your assistant can see that you sent that agent something, so that
Yeah.
if they respond back, anybody can jump in that needs to jump in, which is,
And that's exactly how we work, Sean. That's how we've been doing the Lead Dragon system. We all work out of, that's what I said initially. We work out of one platform. It has allowed us to just really fine tune, and we're still fine tuning now, because it's so, to be totally honest, even though, and you're great at this, you were able to pinpoint different areas initially for me. Do this, and this, for instance. Those are, like, you highlighted those, which is great, and it instantly, helped me in the areas I needed, and like I said,
correct.
even gave me more business. However, not however, in addition to that, it's so many different features in Lead Dragon, and we're still uncovering. I mean, I have news. I'm doing my newsletter. I'm recording short videos now to do my newsletter.
Thank you.
It
Finally.
literally. I know, and that's what I was going to tell you earlier. And when I said remind me to tell you something, and we kind of start talking about something else, but that's what it is. We've been so swamped. I can't even I couldn't even take time at first. Me and my assistant rescheduled it 4 times, Sean, because something would come up. We would be in a file, or you closing, or you whatever, and then the
Yeah.
day just kind of get away from you, because it's that busy. So again, that's so important. That's why it's so important to have a system like Lead Dragon. I just am so thankful. I kept telling you, and I don't exaggerate. I'm really being honest. Like I said before this, I was telling you this,
Yeah,
behind the scenes and
absolutely.
texting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we appreciate you and your team, because you guys are really utilizing it. And like you said,
Yes.
there's so many features in there, and it really just kind of depends on what industry someone's in. Like, we have people in the loan industry, real estate agents, attorneys, restaurants,
Mm-hmm.
gyms,
Right.
roofing companies, septic companies. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you're a one-man show or one-woman show, or if you got or or if you're a huge business, like we have, we work with a Fortune 500 company as well with our Lead Dragon. So like you said, and to kind of, bookend this whole situation here, is that Lead Dragon is under one hood. So if you're in business doing anything, you're going to be using 6 or 7, 8, 9 different tools.
For sure.
And before we had Lead Dragon, it was the same for us. We had all these tools. We had to log in, log out, log in, log out, log in, log out, try to make them merge together, talk and whatever. So this was, this was my Christmas wish 6 or 7 years ago when I was in the loan industry. And now I'm getting to live and teach what was in my brain 6 or 7 years ago. And like I said, we appreciate, clients like you, and you're really utilizing this. There's other things that I'll be showing you because now y'all are at other advanced levels. One of the things that you don't probably even know about yet that I can teach you is about the keyword automation, so that you can start going on your lives and telling people to DM you or text you the word loan, LOAN.
Okay.
If they text you that word loan, you're going to already have some automation that sends them some new info on the new FHA guidelines.
Wow.
So even while you sleep or when you're with your family and somebody texts you that word loan, you can just have automation set up that automatically sends them something by having that keyword. So write that down, keyword automation. I can teach you more about that. Same thing for DMs. Like we have a lot of, and you'll appreciate this. We work with a lot of people in the credit repair and restoration industry. Okay. And they do a lot of lives because, they have their influencers as well. And they'll go on their lives and their videos they do on Instagram and say, hey guys, hit my DM, DM me the word bonus or the word credit. And I'll send you some quick tips on how to repair your credit. I mean, they're killing it. Like,
that's amazing.
As soon as somebody types in the word, DMs the word credit, sends it to them, they got an automation that sends them, say, okay, click this link to learn more. And then that link may take them to something to where they get their info, but they give them some free information. So you're at that level now to where you could start attracting even more potential clients, because me and you both know it's not if they're going to buy a house, it's when they're going to buy a house. I don't know what the average is, but back when I was in the game, what was it, like every 5 to 7 years people move?
But it seems now, I'm telling you, Sean, I've lost counts, because you can't, I have people that I've closed. I have one couple that I closed 3 times in the last 2 years. I have others that I've closed. I'm not exaggerating. Like,
really?
Because you gotta think about it as
COVID too, I guess, happened all that.
Yeah. So a lot of people are buying at least twice in, I would say, 3 years. But then you also have all the refinances. They're refined, within a couple years. It's insane. It's insane.
Wow.
In a good way.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely.
But that's why you need these tools, or it can make it real bad, right?
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and end the show today, but I want to bring you on again if you're interested. Let's do this again soon, because we work with other lenders, but I want to bring you on so that you can we'll do another show to where you can kind of tell maybe a couple of the programs that you guys offer. So to whoever's listening to this, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Okay, so you can contact me directly. I would actually give you my assistant's information after that, because we have an automated system where once you speak with her, she will put you on the schedule, but she'll also send you over our link, our automated link, and it'll just take you to a whole new world. But they can call me at 678-768-2265, 678-768-2265. That is my work number, and it also is forwarded to my cell as well.
Perfect. And you're licensed in Georgia, any other states, or just Georgia right now?
Well, I'm licensed in several states, but we basically have it where we can. My company is licensed in several states as well, so we actually refer them out. So we can take. I always say I can take care of you regardless.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason I ask is because we got people all over the country, the followers. So anybody that's listening, if you're thinking about getting a loan, check it out. Give her a call, no matter what state and she can get you to the right person. Kedra, thank you so much for being on the show with me today. I always enjoy talking to you. And I'll be in touch soon too, because I want to go over the automation with you. Okay.
Thank you, Sean. Have a good day.
See you guys.